I got into an argument with some random person this one time about which is better, dragons or unicorns. I was for dragons, and they were for the wrong opinion. Since then, I've rehearsed the argument in my head, and I have way too much stuff to say about it. So here is the product of autism left unchecked. Dragons rule and unicorns rule. Here's why. Number 1. Color palette. You can apply any color palette to a dragon and make it work in some way or another. The most you can do with a unicorn is throw a pastel palette at it and hope for the best. Unless you want to make an evil unicorn, in which case you can just make him purple. Oh. Okay, never mind. With the right style and design, you can make any weird thing work. But that's an outlier because it deflects my point, and dragons are still better. Number 2. Symbolism. The symbolism of dragons is so much more applicable to modern times compared to unicorns. Dragons are large monsters that steal gold and hoard it, taking over capitalism and raising the poverty line in the process. Remind you of anyone? A unicorn symbolism is that it's pure and uncatchable to anyone who isn't a virgin. Imagine that. You can catch a unicorn but you can't catch any bitches. That's dumb. And it being uncatchable for symbolism is just silly. Imagine Moby Dick, but instead of a whale it was a unicorn. It would change the entire setting from a vast, inescapable ocean to a magical forest, completely changing the tone, if done badly. Honestly, I'd still read it out of curiosity. Actually, now that I thought about it, the inescapability to people who haven't had sex yet is probably more of an extension of the purity thing. So it kinda makes sense, but it's still dumb. And it's still not as applicable as dragons, so my case still stands. Number 3. Malleability. Dragons can functionally work in any genre. Do you want a dragon in a fantasy setting? Obviously, it's like a requirement for the genre. Want a dragon in a sci-fi setting? Honestly, who wouldn't want to genetically engineer a dragon? That's a legitimate question. Even if you want to put it in a space opera, we could still put it in and just say it's symbolism for something. And what about horror? Dragons are legitimately scary. They could fit right in. I can't think of any other genres. Have a good day.